Tuesday and Thursday. All right, let me get the information here just to make sure I'm going to tell you guys correctly. That's a good question.
I forgot Reba was going to be here. Reba wasn't going to be here because of her solos at Myrtle Beach.
She did tell me about that. I thought Reba had something going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on her story.
Okay, so let's see. Discuss flexibility. Oh yeah, I got to get to practicing on that sucker. All right, so a couple things. Today we are going to have fire and lockdown drill, so just be ready for that. That's going to be coming probably during second block, I would imagine, or since it's pretty cool outside, they may wait and delay it for a little bit later. Let's see. There's all that. Where's the information about the fire and lockdown drill for today? Okay, so it's supposed to be at 10:55. They might delay it if it's not warm enough outside, but we'll see. So if anything, it's supposed to happen at 10:55 today. So that's fire and lockdown drills. As for this week, we will be having 2 days of advisory. So instead of the schedule is going to be looking a little different tomorrow, and it's going to look a little different on Thursday for those of you that are in cohort 2. So from 8:10, so the schedule for Tuesday is going to be 7:15 to 8:05 first block. So you come in, you go right to your first block. That's pretty normal. But then we're going to cut first block short. So instead of 8:30, we're going to end first block at 8:05 on Tuesday and on Thursday. Then from first block, you'll go to your advisory class, your advisory teacher, and that will be from 8:10 until 8:55. It'll be about 45 minutes. And the reason why we're doing that is because we have information about registration for next year. For your classes, we'll be taking care of that during that time. Okay, so Tuesday and Thursday, you'll go first block, and then you'll go to your advisory class. And if you're not sure who your advisory teacher is, just check on your schedule, and it'll have the teacher's name on there. Most of y'all should know. I don't think, how many of y'all are freshmen? Anybody freshmen? You're freshman? Okay, yeah. So double check your schedule if you're not sure who your advisory teacher is, and then find where their classroom is so you'll know where to go tomorrow. Okay. Now, that's just for those of you that are here in person. For those of you that are virtual only, you should have already received an email about getting you your information about where you need to go for an online virtual meeting. If you have not gotten that information already, please email me immediately so I can get your name to the counselors and whoever else needs to get that information to you. So we can get that information to you so you can know when to get online for your virtual meets. Okay? Does anybody have any questions about that? Michaela, did that answer your question about tomorrow?
Yeah, and you said my internet cut out, and whenever you started talking about the schedules, I have no clue what you said.
Okay, that's no problem because I did start recording, so you can go back and watch the video if you want to. But here's the schedule, the time schedule for tomorrow if you want to look on your screen. So first block, 7:15 to 8:05, and then advisory is 8:10 to 8:55. So then that's during that advisory time is when you'll use that information that you should have gotten in your email on which links to go to for that online advisory. That is a good question. It should be coming from your grade level counselor. Ms. Rebar, do you know where those emails for the virtual students to get their information for tomorrow and Thursday are who they're supposed to come from?
Probably Tabitha Ward.
Tabitha Ward.
And
Okay.
she might not have sent it yet,
but
they will get one from Tabitha Ward.
Okay, so you guys should be getting that from Miss Ward. So if you have not gotten that yet, be patient. It should be coming by the end of the day today. But let me know if you still don't get it by the end of the school day today, just let me know. So it should be coming from Miss Ward. Thank you, Ms. Rebar.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody have any questions about that at all? Any other questions about tomorrow and Thursday? Okay. So I would recommend having your computers, your Chromebooks, or your phones ready, charged up to use that for second block tomorrow. So just so that way you can be online, whatever online forms they may have you fill out, just be ready for that. Okay? Cool. So that's that.
One more
Is there anything
question,
else?
sorry.
Yes.
Are you going to attendance form?
Have I got what?
Do you have an attendance form?
Oh, shoot. I forgot to post that. Thank you. I will do that right now.
Yep.
I got to update for this week. Give me just a moment and I will fix that. Actually, let me reuse post. Hold on. Reuse post. 5 attendance. This is week 6. Week 6. I believe we're already 6 weeks into the semester. February 8th through what is Friday? Friday is the 12th. That for everybody. Ooh, actually, I am going to post that for advisory. Okay. Because you're going to need that. Do what?
It's my grandpa's 71st birthday today.
Yay! Happy birthday, Grandpa. Cherish the moments. That's all I can say.
He lives like an hour away, though, so we don't get to see him that much.
Oops. Excuse me. Do what, Kaylee?
My grandma lives 12 hours away.
12 hours? Oh, goodness. Excuse me. Good morning, Jaleesa. I see you have popped in here. Good morning, Mr. Weaver. How are you, sir? Doing good, doing good. I feel pretty good with the temperature in here. Feels pretty good right now. Thank you, sir. 4 days ago for advisory, but it says I'm cohort 2. Let me double check that, Bryson, because you are definitely not cohort 2. At least you should be. This is the attendance log. What is this? That's speeding chart. Cohorts. Okay. Whitaker, Bryson. Whitakers. No, I have you listed. 4 days ago, you may have been listed as cohort 2, but you are officially virtual on the cohorts list, Bryson. So might want to email her back if she's got you a link specifically for cohort 2 of any sort, because you're going to need actually, you will need to email her. Email Miss Ward to let her know that you are virtual and that you'll need the links for virtual. Just to be safe.
I'm expressing somewhat. He's out of his dad's right now, and that's like an hour away, and he's not coming back until like Valentine's Day or something.
Oh, goodness.
He's been gone since Christmas.
All right. Bryson, you mind if I tell him?
Yeah.
Haley says she misses you, Bryson.
I told him that the other day.
Oh, you did? Okay. I didn't know. Okay, let me get this fixed here. All right, so for today, we're going to review our vocabulary that we have learned thus far for a vocabulary test on Friday. Okay, so make sure I have all those. I'm going to make sure I have all the class notes posted for you, so you can go through all the class notes and glean through all through the definitions. And here's a huge study tip I would recommend for you. I know some of you, and Lord knows I was like this too, use your computers a lot. You want to be able to type out notes, for whatever reason, for organization's sake. If you got messy handwriting, it just makes things easier to study. Here's my recommendation to you. If you do type out your notes and you try to keep everything organized digitally, take a moment to take what you've written digitally and handwrite it out while you study the definitions. The reason why, and studies, there is scientific data to help back this up. As you're studying and writing out definitions or whatever you need to know for tests, as you're writing, the muscle movements, also what we call kinesthetic movements, helps you to retain that information better than if you were just to sit there looking at the screen or looking at your paper and reading it over and over and over again. So if you do both at the same time, reading it multiple times, as well as handwriting it out, you actually do retain the information better. So with these definitions, my recommendation, highly recommended recommendation to you guys, is that you handwrite the notes out. Does it take some time? Yes, it does, but it will be well worth it in the end. Your grades will be better and higher in the long run. It got me through grad school, because I was doing online learning in grad school for a class, and it helped out so much to be able to retain that information better. My test scores were higher. So from proof of the pudding, my advice to you, handwrite them out, because that will actually help you do that and help you to keep the information better and for longer periods of time. And again, the reason why the science is behind that is called kinesthetic movements. As you're learning the information, you're seeing the words on the page, on the screen, but you're also having a muscle movement, creating muscle memory to help you study and to help you lock it into your brain, because your brain is seeing visually as well as, again, the muscle movements. It's learning it two different ways. Also, another thing you can do, come up with some kind of gesture to help you to remember the words as well. So if you can do some kind of movement. So for example, let me pull up one of the definitions. Like for drama or something like that, the term drama or theater, you can have some kind of hand movement that will, again, will help you to give you that kinesthetic muscle memory and help you to memorize it even better. Okay? So there's my little 5-cent tip. You don't have to send me anything. Actually, do send me check, post, check, cash, money order. I'll take either one. Trying to buy a house, so yeah, need the money, need the money. Where's my notes? I'll pull up the right screen here. All right, so if y'all will, if you want to, you can pull up on Google Classroom, pull up the notes from previous lessons. Let's go over day 1 reading. Where is, let me just pull up on Classroom, because I know I got it there. Okay, so this was in, where is it? Ah, okay, I need to redo that. All right, so this is under week 2, assignment, reading, taking notes, and something else, whatever that says there. So let's look over chapter 1 real quick, because that's got several definitions in there. I'll pull this up so everybody at home can see it on the videos as well. Textbook scans. Ah, here we go. Let's pin you. We'll stick a pin in it. Come on, get over there. Thank you. Oops. Hold on, let me get that. Jaleesa, did I correct your attendance in here? Jaleesa. Okay, Jaleesa, I know you're on this list. There you are. No, that's here. Ah, there you are, Jaleesa, the very last one. No wonder I missed this very last one. Okay. That taken care of. All right, cool. Let's pull this up here so y'all can see it. All right, so basic, some of the definitions we pulled out of lesson 1. Drama. Who wants to read the definition of drama for me? Who dat? Who dat? All right, Jaleesa, go for it for me, please.
A story written to be played out on the stage.
Yes, a story written to be played out on stage. That is a drama. That is a drama. All right, theater arts. Who'd like that one? Anybody? You trying to pull them up? Okay. All right. Theater arts.
Is somebody else going to read it?
No, go ahead. You got it, Michaela.
Okay. Theater arts. The terms to cover all parts. I'm sorry, my thing froze.
You're good.
Okay. Of training or instruction in the field of theater.
Yes, very nice. Now, as you're going back through the readings, you'll notice all the definitions. Not only are they in the text of the readings, but they're also out to the left-hand side, or even to the side. I think most of them are on the left-hand side of the page, so they're all listed out for you. So you can go through. You don't have to read through everything to try and find the definitions, but you can look through the left side of the page and pull them out there. All right, very nice. All right, script. Good morning, Leilani. We are going over our definitions. We're going to have a test on our definitions on Friday. All right, script. Who wants to read script? All right, go for it, Cressy.
A written copy of the dialogue that the actors will speak.
Written copy dialogue, actors will speak. Yes. Now here's a pop quiz question for you. Do you have to say the script line by line exactly as it's written in the script? No. No, you do not. Why, Cressy?
I just guess.
No, because reason why is the script is there. Do you need to learn the script as it's written on the page? Absolutely. But you do have some freedom as an actor, especially once you're on the stage, because once you're on the stage, they can't stop you. Okay, it's not like some of the old days, some of the old cartoons where they pull out an old shepherd's hook and wrap you around the neck and pull you off stage, which I think that actually did exist years and years and years and years ago, but I haven't seen it in a very long time. But once you're on the stage, if you have a line that you want to improvise and add to the script, as long as it stays in character and adds to the show, not take away from it, totally fine. The script is there as a guide, as a reference. It's not it's not written in stone that you have to read every single word exactly as it's written on the page. As long as if you forget your line, but you know the gist of what the line is supposed to be, or the message of the line, of the dialogue, then you can improvise again, especially if you forget your line. All right, character. Character. Who'd like to read the definition for character? All right, Haley, go for it.
The personality an actor portrays in a scene or play that is different from his or her own personality.
Yep, not you. It's a character. Yep. All right. Next one, actors. Actors. All right, Alondra, go for it. Yep, the person playing the role. Person playing the role. Acting. Acting. Who'd like to read that one? Okay, go for it, Cressy.
An actor's assumed behavior for the purpose of projecting a character to an audience.
Exactly. All right. Play. Who'd like to read the next one? Play. All right. Kaylee, you want to read that one for us? You don't want to read it? Okay. We'll get you to read one of these days, you know. Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay, well, good to know. Thank you for letting me know that. All right, play. Who'd like to read that one? All right, Alondra, go for it. All right. Now, who can tell me the difference between play and the script? So script is a written copy of the dialogue that the actors will speak. The play is the story in dialogue form to be acted out by actors before the live audience. So what's the difference there? They sound very much similar, don't they?
The play is the whole thing, and the script is just the dialogue.
Basically, yes. Yeah, that's a good description of that. The play is kind of like the whole story, the overarching story of everything. The script is the guidepost, just like she said. Yes. Nice. All right, dramatic structure. Who'd like that one? Okay. All right, Haley, go for it.
The special literary style in which plays are written.
So it's the style in which the play is written. So there's different styles and ways things can be written. You've got plays like Shakespearean plays that are written, especially with the type of language they're using. Then you have like Greek tragedy, Greek theater plays, Greek story plays. Honestly, one of the best examples of the difference in dramatic structure with Greek theater that I can visually show you that I know of is actually an episode of Star Trek Voyager, but I will show you that a little bit later. Because that's very close to how the Greeks actually did it. So it's different styles of writing, of how to write the scripts and how to write the plays. All right, dialogue. Dialogue, who'd like that one? Don't do that. It's Monday, but don't do that.
I'm trying my best.
I know. See, the one thing about yawns is that, I started to say, you can't, with masks on, you can't see anybody yawn, so it's not going to be quite as, infectious to everybody else. But then Alondra just proved me wrong. She just like comes right on and starts yawning. I thought it was just visual, but it's actually auditory as well. Anyway, dialogue. Okay, anybody online want to read that for us? Dialogue. All right, Jaleesa, go for it.
Converting between acting on the stage.
Yes, conversation between the actors on the stage. That's your dialogue. Okay. Playwright. Oops. Playwright. Who'd like that one? Short and sweet and to the point. Okay. Andrew, you want to read that one for us?
The one who writes plays.
One who writes the plays. The definition's in the title. Playwright. Even though it's not spelled right. Ba-doom. All right. Next one. Let's see. Where's the next definition? Did I miss one? Filmed. Filmed. I'd like that one. Anybody? All right, Alondra, go for it. Preserved as a moving photograph. It's recorded on film or it's recorded digitally nowadays. But the term has stuck around. Back in the days when they actually did record it on, actually, no, they still do record it on film, I think, nowadays. Actual celluloid film, I think. No, they still do it, but then they digitize it later. Anyway, theater. Theater. Who'd like that one? All right, Haley, go for it.
The writing or performing of plays as well as the formal study of your art. Also, a building in which plays are performed.
Okay, so it's a threefold term. This term has three definitions. First one, the writing or performing of plays, the action. It's an action word. It's a verb, theater. It's also the formal study of art form, the study of theater. And then also it's the building in which the play is put on. So it's a three definition term, three wrapped up into one. Okay, so we're going to try to remember all three of those. All right, good morning, Christian. Good to have you with us today. We are going over vocabulary terms for a test on Friday. All right, next one, ritual. Ritual, who'd like to read that one? Cressy?
Repeated action that becomes a custom or ceremony.
Okay, yes. Why is that important to theater?
Because that's how it started.
That's how it started, yeah. What's another reason why that's important to know? Any guesses? Any hints? Any clue, Haley? You what?
Like, I don't know. I guess because you create rituals with like your theater family. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's one reason. That's one of the side reasons. But the main reason why we want to know this term is because you want to practice you want to practice your dialogue, practice your blocking. The blocking is your movements on stage. and how things are going to go in the show to such an extent that it becomes a ritual, that it is something you just know right off the top of the head, right? Muscle memory. You know it automatically. You eat, breathe, drink, sleep, theater, this play, to know it to the point to where you know it better than you know yourself, so that you can just go right to it. And it just becomes second nature to you. You don't have to think about it. It just happens. Your dialogue just happens. Your movements, they just happen. So it becomes you do things habitually as if it's a ritual, constantly, over and over and over, repeating that action. Okay, so that's the reason why. That's it. Let's see, what else in this chapter? I think there was one or two more, I thought. Here we go. Player-audience relationship. Player-audience relationship. Who'd want that one? Michaela, you want that one?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, go for it.
Okay. The special interactive and live relationship that exists between the performers and the audience, connecting and bonding them into a team.
Yes, that relationship between the audience and the people on the stage. Very important to have that relationship. All right, so that's chapter 1. Let's go take a look at the next chapter here. Chapter 2.
What chapters are we doing for the test?
Do what? What'd you say, Michaela?
I said, what chapters are we doing for the test? Is it chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3?
All the chapters we've gone over thus far. So any term we've gone over in any of the chapters that we've gone over thus far. So that should be, just through lesson 3 is what we've gone over so far.
Okay.
All right. Did I not get chapter 1, lessons 2, 16, 15. Hang on, let me double check something here if I forgot something. That thought. Bless you. Chapter 2. Okay, so what did I do with lessons 1 and 2 in chapter 2? That's a good question. Hold that thought. I'm trying to find this lesson. Okay, so there's the PDF. Okay, I'll just download it again. All right, hold on, let me get this download here because I can't find the original document. Huh? Okay, just a second, folks. Sorry about this. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so here is chapter 2, lessons 1 and 2. All right, so there should be just a couple of definitions in here. Okay, self-confidence. Self-confidence. Who wants that one? Anybody? All right, Alondra. Belief in your worth and abilities as a person. Very nice. All right, self-image. Short and sweet. The way we see ourselves. Self-image. Self-explanatory there. All right, respect. We like that one. Are you just scratching your ear?
Yeah,
Okay. You want to read it anyways?
sure.
Okay, go for it.
Consideration for and acceptance of ourselves and others, including other people's property, backgrounds, and opinions.
Very nice, very nice. All right, self-talk. Self-talk. Anybody? All right, Bridget, you got your ears on? You want to read that one for us? Bridget. If you're able to. Technology-wise. All right. All right, anybody else online want this one? Self-talk. Okay, Haley, you go for it. Remember, if you volunteer somebody else, it means you want to be the one that really wants to do it subconsciously. So go ahead and do it for us. Self-talk.
Mental comments and opinions we repeat to ourselves constantly.
Talking to yourself, but in a healthy way. Okay, talking to yourself, but in a healthy way. All right, that should be for that one. All right, next one, group process. Group process. Anybody? All right, Alondra.
Two or more people taking a step-by-step course of action takes place over a period of time and is learned by the whole.
Yes, group process. Basically, it's working with a group. Your process of working with each other. All right, step-by-step process how to work together. All right, risks. Julissa, I saw you raise your hand for that for group process. You want to read risks for us?
Yeah. Actions that are different from the norm.
Yes, actions are different from the norm. That could be taking a risk of just being on stage in front of people, taking a risk of failure, of not remembering a line, getting something wrong, taking that type of risk. So I think you can risk when in theater. All right, trust. Trust. You like that one. Anthony, you want to try to read that one? Trust, right here. That better? Oh, you can't see from that? All right, hold on one second. Let me zoom in. There you go. Can you read that one?
Ability to express yourself in front of your classmates without fear of being
Very nice. Yes.
rejected or rejected. What?
Ridiculed.
Oh,
Basically made fun of. Very nice. Thank you, sir. All right, let's see. Next one, interpersonal relationships. Actually, I'm going to keep that at 100%. Whoa, not 25. Come back here. Who's driving this thing?
See, that's what it looks like whenever I'm trying to remember math, and that's what it looks like when I remember random music lyrics.
Well, what is it, 25%?
25% when I'm trying to remember math, and then it's like 150 when I'm remembering random lyrics for songs.
Yep. For me, it's random sci-fi facts, so, or just random facts in general. Yeah, I'm a compendium of random knowledge. Like the fact, did you know that it is equal 6 feet from one end of your fingers to the other? You stretch them out.
I thought it was span from fingertip to fingertip was equal to your height.
Close. It's either between 5 and 6 feet, but from like fingertip to fingertip stretch, I think it's like 6 feet. Usually supposed to be. Yeah. And if you want 3 feet, go from the tip of your finger to the center of your chest. That's about 3 feet.
Stay one T-pose apart at all times.
Yep. Exactly. All right, interpersonal relationships. Who'd like that one? Oh, my camera's frozen. Yay.
I think you still have Christmas stickers up.
Do what?
I like that you still have Christmas stickers up.
Because I just haven't taken them down yet. That's the only reason why I just haven't taken them down yet. And I don't have anything for Valentine's Day, so I just figured, hey, what the heck. All right, interpersonal relationships. Who'd like that one? Going once, going twice. All right, I'll read it. Contacts a person has with many different people. Relationships and contacts with other people. All right, ensemble. Ensemble. Who'd like that one? Kristen?
A group of people working together cooperatively.
Okay, very nice. Keywords, working together and cooperatively. Working together. In other words, ensemble, if eventually, you work together with somebody and a group of people, and eventually, hopefully, the dream is that everyone becomes a big family. The group becomes
That's
a
also
family.
what you call the chorus class.
Uh-huh,
And
exactly.
that's how we got the birth control sign up on your door, or those sticky notes.
Yes, in case y'all had not seen, yeah, that was put up there. I made a comment saying, being a
made some kind of
teacher.
comment, you're like, something about how you guys are the best birth control I could ever have because my kids could turn out like you.
Yeah, a lot of teachers feel that way. It's not just me, trust me. And I didn't hear that. I didn't make that one up, unfortunately. I heard that from other teachers. Yeah, teaching is one of the best birth control you can have.
Having a big,
Siblings, yep.
having a big family in general is good birth control because I don't want 300 people condensed into one event.
Yep.
That's nightmare fuel.
Yep. All right, cooperation. Cooperation, we know this one. The act of working together, getting along, sharing responsibility, cooperating together. All right, next, let's see what else we got here. Keep it going. Okay, that's chapter 2, lessons 1 and 2. Is there any other in there? I don't think so. All right, let's go to the next one.
Are you gonna post one that has all of the pages? Are you gonna post one that has all of the pages in just one file?
I can, yes.
That'd be nice.
Yes, we get to process. Yes, I most definitely can do that. Lesson 3. This is 3 through 4. Okay, just haven't moved it yet. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Here we go. Now we're in lesson 3 and 4. Put it up here. All right, artistic discipline. Artistic discipline. What's that one? Excuse me. Buddy. Do what? Oh, this one is under, let me see where it was at.
That'll be.
Go back. This is chapter 2. It's under week 3. Reading for January 21st.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's under week 3 for those of you that are playing at home. If you'd like to pull this up, you can't see it very well on the screen. All right, so artistic disciplines, maintaining a balance between group cooperation and individual integrity. In other words, it's being diligent and disciplined in studying on your own and balancing that with the study and practice that you have with those of you in your group. Because if you're not prepared, it's going to bring everything else down in the group. Yes, sir. Yes. Make sure you scan that QR code over there. Oh, that's right. You don't have your devices. That's fine. Okay. Keep forgetting that. Sorry. All right. I think there's not that many in that one. Okay, so here's another one. Performance evaluation. It's an evaluation of a performance given before an audience. So pretty much after you performed, a lot of times, actually, some of the best directors, if you have a multi-night performance, you'll get together the next night before the next performance and meet and converse and say, okay, here's what happened the first night, what worked, what didn't work, what do we need to fix from the first night, okay? So we used to do that when I was in high school, when I did when I did the show You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, I told you about me swapping those lines. The next night is our last night. Our director went through and said, okay, here's some these are the things that happened last night that worked, that didn't work. Let's keep working on getting those things. He went through each character and he would call out, well, not call out, but he would call each character and be like, you know, Linus, this was good, fix this. Then he comes to me, he said, Charlie Brown. I said, yes, sir. Have you kissed Linus in all the appropriate places? Because Linus is the one that helped save me, the guy that played Linus saved the show last night. And I said, yes, sir, he is sufficiently chapped from saving my butt the night before for switching those two lines. So that's what a performance evaluation is. So between multiple shows, seeing how things went. All right, next one, evaluation, assessment of strengths and weaknesses. Y'all know about that one. Critique and opinions and comments based on predetermined criteria used in an evaluation of a performance or a person. So if you give someone a critique, it is your opinions and your comments in order to help benefit them. So if I critique you on anything, it is positive critiquing. It's not negative. If I say something to the fact that you need to work on something, it's not to put you down. It's to say, here's an area that you're weak in right now. Let's do this to try and fix it and get you up and get you stronger as an actor and as a student. Okay? Criteria, evaluation guidelines to use in judging or grading an activity. Authentic evaluation, an evaluation involving real life situations and role playing to test skills and abilities for the real world. Let's see. Use those in this test or not, but we'll see. All right, next one, chapter 3, 3 through 4. Wait a minute. I think I've gone backwards here. I think I got them backwards. Oh, well. That was 3 through 4. That's chapter 2. 3 through 4. Okay. All right. Concentration, y'all know about that one. Being able to concentrate, focus. What else? All right, so let's go into observation words here. All right, point of view, point of view. Who'd like to read that one for us? Point of view. Haley, you want to read that one for us?
A position from which you perceive or understand an object, person, place.
Okay, and we are in chapter 3, lessons 3 through 4. Sorry, chapter 3, lessons 3 through 4. Hopefully I labeled those right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I skipped 1 through 2. Hold on, let's back up.
Sir.
I know, I skipped. But I already had it up.
Usually I would encourage this sort of skippage, but you know.
Uh-huh. All right, so now these are some key definitions here to know.
We got a big hefty boy.
Uh-huh. All right, personal resources. Personal resources. You'd like that one. All right, go for it, Haley.
Techniques and skills that we use to express ourselves emotionally, intellectually, socially, and physically.
Uh-huh, exactly. So things you learn on your own, basically, that you learned growing up. All right, aesthetic perception. Aesthetic perception. You'd like that one. You ready? Chrissy, you want that one?
Sure.
Go for it.
Insight into our world of images, sound, color, patterns, forms, and movements.
Okay, basically how you see the world. How do you perceive the world around you? All right, dramatic play. Dramatic play. I'll read this one. Oh, go for it, Alondra, go for it. Okay, why is that important in theater? Yeah, playing pretend when you were a kid, same thing as acting, basically. Yeah, pretty much. All right, imagination. Power to create ideas and pictures in our own minds. Now, I have had one student, I can't remember. Anyway, they told me, I think it was last year, year before last, how they actually had a condition where they could not make pictures, view images in their mind. I'd never heard of that type of condition before, but apparently that's a condition that some people can have. So some people can do it, some people can't. Some people literally physically are not able to create images in their mind. I'd never heard of that before. All right, concentration. You know that, the ability to focus and pay close attention. We know that one. That's what teachers are all the time asking you guys to do. Concentrate, focus. All right, observation. The power of seeing and taking notice. All right, sensory awareness. Good, like this one, sensory awareness. Chrissy?
The ability to use sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste to become conscious of the environment.
Basically being aware of your five senses. Five
More than
senses.
five, but okay.
Huh?
There's more than five, but we'll go with that.
Yeah, I think they've come out now with like 6 official senses, I think. What did they call this? This is the 6th one.
I don't know.
I'll have to look that up. But usually they say the 6th sense is to say, you know, like the title of the movie, be aware of your like supernatural or spiritual being or something like that, I think. But anyway, we'll focus on the 5 original ones. Let's focus on those. All right, movement. Movement. This is a key one because it's not the one you generally would think of the definition. The ability to transform ideas into an action. In theater, movement is the ability to take what you have in your head and get it out and to move, to make that, turn it into an action. That movement in your head, turn it into an action. Make it happen, Captain. All right, visualizing. Visualizing. Lonnie, go for it. Visualizing it, seeing it in your mind's eye. That's what we mean by the term the mind's eye, so that you can see it inside your mind. Okay, so there was the concentration one. Okay, so that's that. Nice.
The sixth sense is proprioception, and is basically being aware of how your body moves.
Okay. And it was called what again?
Proprioception.
Proprioception?
Proprioception. Hang on. Let me zoom in here. Big word.
Proprioception. That's being aware of your bodily movements.
Just being aware. The whole definition is perception or awareness of the position and movement of the body.
Okay.
And they have a lady doing yoga as a picture. Holy cow, how is she holding that pose?
Doing one of the pretzel moves, huh?
Now she's. Let me just. This is what she's doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's doing her, she's got her knees up on her elbows. Okay. I've seen that.
She's possessed, honestly.
Oh.
Yeah, she's on her hands and she's got her knees up on her elbows.
Oh,
Well, raised up on her forearm.
that's fun
hands.
to do.
I used to do some yoga, but I never got to that point. I gave it up.
I just do yoga until my back crunches.
I'm chilling on the back porch with my cat.
All right, so that's lesson 5.
The only type of yoga I do is in the morning.
No, I really do not like cats, but I have fallen in love with Tom. He is the best cat ever.
I love
All right, so here's the last one. Lesson 5, chapter 3.
I'm not forgetting eggs or fountain out in our backyard. Just like randomly with it.
You know, I usually do 1 sit-up a day.
Really?
I get up in the morning, that's half. I lay down at night, that's the other half. Thank you, Mark Lowry, for that joke, because I know this is going on YouTube, so I got to make sure copyright infringement. All right, rhythmic movement. This is unit 5, or lesson 5 in chapter 3. Rhythmic movement. We like this one. Kaylee, you want this one? She's our resident dancer. I think she's abandoned us. All right, so rhythmic movement, the ability to move to a beat or a pattern of beats. Those who are dancers are especially aware of this, being able to move to a beat and to a pattern. All right, choreography. Choreography. This is especially important in musical theater, because there's usually a lot of dance breaks. All right, go for it, Haley. Art of planning, composing a dance. All right, expressive movement. Expressive movement. Okay. Andrew, you want that one?
The ability to express feelings through physical action.
Do you sing, Andrew? I wish you did, because you got a good baritone bass voice, son. You do. I like it.
Plants being the only line for us.
At the time. All right, motivation. Motivation. All right, Cressy.
An inner drive that causes a person to act a certain way.
Very
I
nice.
think mine just packed up and left me, honestly.
Most people do on Mondays, especially.
I procrastinate really bad.
I was doing so good last semester. I don't know what happened.
It's the struggle that is quarantine or pandemic schooling.
Especially the winter. I get so like I don't want to say I have like seasonal depression, but I get really sad in the freaking winter. Like I hate the winter so much. I just miss the sun and
It gets worse in January. Yeah. What did you say, Kaylee? I'm ready for spring. You know, just where it's warm enough, where it's not too hot.
I love the sun.
70 degrees. Oh, I'm happy with
You're
that.
wishing for seasons that are going to mean I'm leaving. You
Oh, graduating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Trust me, I know.
My sister graduated this year. Yes, I graduated this year.
Yep. Sadly, she's been with me since I started.
Dude, I didn't
My
realize.
sophomore year.
I didn't realize.
All right. Oh, what a wonderful one to end on. Emotions, strong feelings such as joy, fear, hate, and happiness, and sadness. Don't forget about those. There's so many emotions, I can't list them all. All right. So chapters 1 through 3, all these definitions, I will group all these together into a single PDF so you guys can practice and study these things. And again, the test will be on Friday. It'll just be for vocabulary. So especially since we have a few interruptions this week with stuff, this week we won't learn any kind of new material as far as new vocabulary and so forth like that. So we'll try to do some exercises for the rest of this week, for the rest of our time. Yeah, I do still have time. Okay, so let me stop the recording.